it's like a huge advantage coming into the summer split.
I just want your thoughts on what happened during those times.
As you said, I did not have a great performance. What flavor ice cream did I go for after a tough loss? I like coffee ice cream a lot, but what was that face? You don't like coffee ice cream? Come on, bro.
Not just the fans, but the analysts were like, what is Busio doing?
No, because I'm like, what am I doing? So like,
I have been watching your stream, and you like hard carried on LeBlanc support.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. My cooking just comes naturally. Like,
Busio, I want to start off with the LCS finals and MSI. You didn't necessarily have the greatest performance. A lot of people were not very happy with it. I just want your thoughts on what happened during those times.
as you said, I did not have a great performance, especially in like the first series. But nonetheless, I'm like very happy it happened. It's a great experience, and it's like a huge advantage coming into the summer split to just like go through that and kind of like face a challenge for your team and for yourself. And now you know like what you need to focus on, what you need to put your energy into to actually performing in like high pressure situations against good teams. Because against not so good teams, a lot of things you do don't show up as problems. But when you're really challenged, then you actually see like the things you need to work on to get you to the next level. So even though it was tough and the results were bad and my performance was bad, it's a good thing it happened. So still like happy it happened, you know?
And when you go through such difficult times, obviously it was pretty soul crushing what happened against T1 and then losing the rematch to PSG. I know you're a huge ice cream enthusiast, so what flavor ice cream do you go for?
What flavor ice cream did I go for after a tough loss? Um, I don't know. Like I like a lot of ice cream. I like coffee ice cream a lot, but a lot of the times I eat ice cream. What was that face? You don't like coffee ice cream? Come on, bro. It's so good.
Coffee ice cream?
Yeah, coffee flavored ice cream, of course. But like it has caffeine. It still has like some, obviously not that much, but like I don't want to be eating that in the evening right before I go to sleep. So like coffee ice cream is like especially good because it's like the forbidden flavor, you know? Like I can only eat it like earlier in the day. So I like coffee ice cream a lot, but I like most ice cream. Like the only thing I don't like is I don't like too chocolatey ice cream, like a rich chocolate flavor just with chocolate, because then it's like too much. Even though I like chocolate, it's just too much. I could talk about ice cream a lot.
I agree with your chocolate. I don't agree with coffee ice cream. I'm not a fan for sure, but I'm
Mm,
also an ice cream enthusiast. But
okay, okay.
yeah,
What are your favorite flavors, Mr. Cloud?
a lot. These days, probably just man, caramel. I'm enjoying caramel a lot these
Okay,
days.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you like sea salt caramel or just like normal caramel?
I like both. It just kind of
Okay.
depends on what mood I'm in, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I feel that. Absolutely.
When you do have like these negative, we'll get to the positive part in a bit. I just wanted to start off hard. How do you deal with like fan sentiment? Because not just the fans, but the analysts were like, what is Busio doing? Does that get to
Oh,
you?
no, because I'm myself. I'm like, what am I doing? So like, I care about like my opinion more because like I know everything that's going into my play. I know all the surrounding factors, I guess. So like, um, yeah, like let's say a caster saying, "Oh, you just hooked the flashed a miss flash over the wall and hooked the wall." It's like, yeah, that's what I did. I feel bad for myself. I'm disappointed in myself. I don't need or someone else saying that like that was troll. Like doesn't make me feel any different because of course it's troll. I just trolled. So like the outside voices, I guess, um don't really matter that much. No.
I will say I hear a lot of people saying, I don't care about outside opinions, or yeah, it just doesn't bother me or whatnot. But then behind the scenes, I hear that it actually does bother them. What you just said now actually makes me feel that you're being genuine. So I'll say that.
Mm, nice, nice.
Last question before we move on to a little bit more positive note. Why do you think FlyQuest just collapsed at MSI?
Honestly, it's like performance on the day like makes a big difference. Like for example, in the first series versus PSG, I had a personally really bad performance, but the rest of the guys had a great performance, so we won. And then in the second series versus PSG, those same guys didn't play as well. Um, so we just lost. I mean, that's a big part of competition, just like performance on the day. Um, and you can't always affect that, even if you do the right prep. Sometimes you just like play worse. It just happens. Like new situations happen that you play slightly worse. And what's important to take away from that is just like how can like everyone play overall at a higher level. So even when the guys that normally play really well don't play as well, you still win. That's just how you level up as a team. So you want to be so good that even if you're not playing at your 100%, your 80% is still enough to beat these teams. So yeah, it happens. And you just take away what you can take away.
Fair enough. You said that your favorite part or your best experience in MSI was how much you learned and like those
Mhm.
takeaways. Could you give me some examples of some takeaways that you learned from MSI?
Yeah, one big takeaway is in like high pressure situations, what the team really needs is like someone that's strong in the game or has a good idea about what to do next, or someone that has a lot of agency to just make clear, simple plans that everyone can connect to. And the reason for that is like the second you make like a simple, good plan, then your teammates can think about how will they contribute to the plan. So they're thinking about the plan and then they're getting on board. And it's just like kind of aligning your team and giving like a clear direction. And something like that is very helpful in those kind of games. And yeah, I'm trying to work on that to not be a passenger and rather be uh, the bus driver in those kind of situations. It's not easy because we have some strong leaders on our team, but it's just a very valuable skill to have. So I'm looking to improve on that.
A veteran that you guys lost over the offseason is JENSEN. And the people are talking about whether it's an upgrade or not, bringing in Quad. My question is, what the bigger loss it might not be the player, but actually the cactus JENSEN. What's going to happen with the name?
The cactus JENSEN will stay.
Oh,
Once
you're not throwing
once in
out
the
the
garden,
cactus.
always in the garden. That was just like a meme tweet because it's funny. Um, I still like Jensen. He's still my boy, of course. Like the cactus is staying, and yeah, it's just no hard feelings. The cactus will remain there. Don't worry about it.
Okay, okay, I was a little worried. Um, your family is one of the few families. There are a lot of families that are involved in the players' lives and whatnot, but I feel like your family are some of the loudest. You know, with their vlogs, and it's pretty cool. Your mom, I saw like a bunch of images where she has like Busio's mom on her back in the
Yeah.
jersey. Then she's walking around during finals. How has the support like? Does it make much of a difference having that kind of support when you look at other players who might not necessarily have that same family support?
Yeah, of course, it's very helpful. Especially like coming up as a player, because a lot of parents like won't view like being a pro gamer as like a real thing that can happen. But my parents were always supportive. So like when I was playing amateur, for example, and like I couldn't eat dinner with the family because I have a match or even just like scrims or review with my coach, they would be understanding and support that. So you can imagine how helpful that is, and yeah, very very grateful for that.
That's really cool. It's also cool that you eat dinner with your family. I feel like it's kind of forgotten. Not many people do it anymore. I try to do it in my family, but I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you do that?" My last question for you is: I was talking to Shopify, and I asked if they're going to focus more on fundamentals, which is kind of what they started doing in the second latter half of the split, or
Mhm.
if they were still, felt comfortable enough to keep on cooking in the mid lane. And the answer was like no comment, basically. So I don't
Mhm.
know what that means, but
Mhm.
I have been watching your stream, and you like hard carried on LeBlanc support. So is there any chance we see that in the LCS or some sort of cooking in the support role?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. My cooking just comes naturally. Like, I'm not gonna force it. Like, I'm liking LeBlanc support. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. Um, but cooks just come as they're needed. Like when you're drafting the same matchups and scrims 10 times in a row, you're like, must be a better champ that can give us some sort of advantage here. That's when it really comes. Um, But yeah, with the LeBlanc support, I'm like absolutely smurfing with it in solo queue and low mesta. So I mean, it doesn't mean that much. And also first strike's getting nerfed, but and that's a big reason like LeBlanc support's viable right now. But yeah, I mean, I just cook as needed. I don't force it. It just comes naturally because I don't want to cook for the sake of cooking. I just want to cook when it's useful for the draft.
That's a very logical answer, but I was hoping like a more like, absolutely, I won't play a single meta support, watch all our games kind of thing. But yeah, it is what it is. Thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed this interview. Like I said, I was looking forward to it all day, and I'm glad it was enjoyable.
All right, thank you, Cled.
I really, really enjoyed that interview. Like I said, I was actually waiting for it. It turned out to be the last interview, which I kind of expected, but then it was looking to be not my last. Anyways, you don't care about any of that. LCS is starting. FlyQuest are going to be playing against Team Liquid. By the time you're watching this, there should be maybe 24-ish hours between this when I publish this interview and when games start. Like, are we not hyped? One thing I did find kind of interesting, and I want to talk about it. It's not necessarily related to my channel, but the LCS hype trailers, this split, last split, have not landed for me. And whenever I check the comments, the quote retweets, anywhere, Reddit, everywhere, people are loving it, and it just really doesn't hit it for me. I don't know. Maybe you guys can explain like why it is, but they just haven't been landing to me. So if you want to see cool trailers, hopefully tomorrow. I haven't finished editing it, and today's what, Thursday the 13th, so I got like 2 days to go. Sunday or Saturday, I really want like a trailer to come up on like, hyping things up. I'm not great at doing it, but at least I'll do something that I feel might be a little bit more hypey. I don't know. I just watched that and I was like, yeah, that's something that might come out in the middle of the split, not something at the end of the split. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments as usual. I read all of them. I comment, I respond, and I really appreciate your feedback and reaching out and everything. You guys are awesome.